So tonight you'll be receiving a report from our Veterans Resource Center, and combined with that will be our student success speaker, so it'll be one presentation. And we are also honored to have our Veterans Advisory Board members here. Many of them are here tonight, and thank you for your staying here tonight and being here to help represent the community connections that we have through the Veterans Resource Center. And I will introduce now Dave Daly, who is our Veterans Resource Center manager. And Dave does an incredible job in helping to build connections, not only with our local community, but with our students here. And we are very proud of the services and resources we're able to provide. So, Dave.
Thanks, sir. It wouldn't be a military presentation if we didn't have PowerPoint.
Yeah, that's true. Our Veterans Resource Center that received a commendation during the accreditation report to Alliance.
Oops. All right, don't trust me with this.
Dave is a Marine, right?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that.
No, I know. I thought
We're going to leave that alone.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, President Knight, esteemed board members, and of course the members of the Penguin Nation in tonight's audience. It is a true honor to present on behalf of the Veterans Resource Center. With your permission, Mr. Chair, I would like to begin.
Please.
Clark College's institutional vision identified a best practice need for a space for veterans. This need was further reinforced in 2014 by a collective project with the United States Department of Education and the Veterans Administration, identifying key resources needed to support veterans pursuing post-secondary education. Clark's leadership and administration stated they wanted to build a space for veterans. This gained even further momentum with a generous donation from a community supporter. The financial gift kickstarted the program and created a space for veterans here at Clark, now known as the Veterans Resource Center. Not a rifle, sir. I'm working on it. Under a Guided Pathways plan, the Veterans Resource Center is a critical student support activity. Our work aligns with the work of 3 of the 4 pillars. Pillar 2, help students get on a path. Pillar 3, keep students on a path. And Pillar 4, ensure the students are learning along that path. Furthermore, the college strategic plan states the following: facilitate student learning by providing the conditions that improve educational outcomes and eliminate systemic disparities among all groups. This statement further reinforces the mission of the Veterans Resource Center. The Vet Center is a microcosm of Clark College community. After all, where do vets come from? They're from all walks of life in American society. Even immigrants to America who are not yet U.S. citizens are veterans. The Vet Center caters to all veterans clientele and their dependents, regardless of race, creed, color, ethnicity, gender, or disability. Our only mantra to those who seek assistance through the Vet Center is, how may we help you? Of the 596 veteran students attending Clark College, 87% are using one form or another of VA benefits. This corresponds with the November 2018 American Association of Community Colleges statement: veterans are more likely to enroll at community colleges than any other higher education sector. 21% of the total equivalent age bracket population at Clark are veterans. Student veterans are more likely than their peers to be married at 45% and to have children at 46%. Because of these high levels of diversity, the veteran population and the veteran student not only possess a unique background, but also a wide-band global thinker and problem solver. Student veteran viewpoints and perspectives can be of great benefit to classmates and to their professors, while creating potential mentor and mentee relationships. A safe place is important as it gives a place for the student veteran to transform from past military roles to the classroom. The veteran student can use their own words and understandings with the staff to help navigate the academic path. The 2013 study by the Community College Research Center shows that students who have a strong social connectivity via networking or activities feel that they are more likely to belong in higher education and thus more likely to succeed in degree completion. In addition to providing a safe place, the VRC has worked to develop a dental care grant to support the student population, as post 9/11 veterans receive no dental care unless related to injuries received while on active duty. There's humor in here. Come on, folks. Randy Broberg has been an asset to the Veterans Resource Center since walking through the doors in 2014. Randy is a former math teacher in the Vanport area and volunteers his time to help our veterans and traditional Clark students succeed. Some days it might only be one student requiring additional time to a classroom full of trig students cramming prior to an 8 a.m. test. Randy's success is so well spread that students who have moved on to four-year schools and stumble in mathematics will return to receive further instruction and assistance. Recently, Randy received the President Knight's Presidential Coin after becoming a direct link in preventing one of our veteran students from contemplating becoming one of the 22 veterans committing suicide a day. Randy's only fee is a parking pass. Currently, the Veteran Affairs Office and the VRC employ approximately 14 VA work-study students. The VRC alone manages 9 work-study students. The VA work-study program allows students to work up to 25 hours per week of term, providing employment opportunities. Not only helps the veterans earn money, but provides a staff of employees who speak a common language and allows vets to help vets navigate the educational system. Veterans and associated student clubs. We've had a very active year, and I'm just going to give a few of the highlights because I know my time is short. In 2018, the Silkies hike. This is a 12-mile hike, veterans only, that starts at the Vancouver Barracks and hikes through the Vancouver area strictly for suicide awareness. The Vetsgiving dinner, where 175 veterans and their family were able to get together, have a holiday dinner, and enjoy the camaraderie for an evening. The Vet Club itself and its community outreach and service, the Vet Club has cleaned and painted a local community meeting hall that has a high veteran concentration and for substance abuse and recovery. The 2019 Veterans Club has already maxed out the service hours as set by the ASCC and is now networking with other student life clubs to assist in representing the Penguin Nation. These guys. The Veteran Advisory Board was developed under the direction of President Knight. It has taken on the monumental task of supporting the veterans population, including but not limited to developing a dental assistance program that works not only with Clark's own dental hygiene program, but also has inroads into the dental community, allowing veterans to receive free dental assistance. In 2015, the VAB helped secure a $10,000 gift that supports this program. Another accomplishment of the VAB was to help secure funding to run a Veterans Emergency Grant. Realizing that the GI Bill, while helpful, may not cover all of life's emergencies. In 2019, the VAB grew. It helped start a discussion with the Washington Department of Veteran Affairs for greater assistance to Southwest Washington student veterans. Additionally, the VAB put on the 2018 bingo event for veterans and raised nearly $30,000 that was put directly into support programs for the Veterans Program. Finally, the VAB has helped directly with career and job shadowing opportunities, entrepreneurial assistance. I'd like to recognize the members of the board that are here. This year, 93 veteran students will move on to the working world, processing better speech patterns than me. Processing strong character traits such as loyalty, perseverance, creativity, problem solving, communication skills, and a strong work ethic. This gives them a position for success. The VRC provides the displayed red, white, and blue Veterans Cord to every veteran graduate, and I'll happily put on all 93 of them this year. Student veterans typically run higher class loads due to limited amount of time the GI Bill provides for support. The GI Bill support is drastically reduced when the student veteran is not attending in a full-time capacity. Student veterans also treat the educational journey as a full-time job. This means less absenteeism and higher completion rates. In a few moments, a young woman quoted here will have the opportunity to share with you her story of why her success was supported by the VRC. Finally, the VRC works closely with Disability Services, helping to support student veterans with testing, access, communicating with the VA for students' needs to be met for student success. Jaime Ackley has not only overcome the obstacles that have changed the course of her life, but also has become a key part of the Veterans Club. Over the past year, she has created connections and recognition for the VRC not only locally, but regionally. Jaime will be the second student speaking tonight. I would be remiss if I did not recognize her hard work as Veterans Club president, as well as working as one of the students here at the VRC. So before this old warhorse gives up the podium, I want to thank the board for this opportunity and to share the success stories of VRC.
Thank you.
Who are?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Allie. You saw my picture up there and my quote. Fun fact about the picture, we were doing this thing called a freshwater washdown. In the Navy, they'll get the boat wet with water so you can sweep it off when you don't have anything to do. Serious. So, my name is Allie, and I'm here to talk to you all tonight about how if I didn't have the Veterans Resource Center, I would be a college dropout for the third time. In November of 2016, I left active duty. I bundled up my family and moved from Virginia to Portland. My husband, our 2 kids, our dog and our cat all moved in with my parents in Northeast Portland, and we all started to job hunt. The first week of January, I walked into Clark College to find out if I could start classes. I was wearing my 5-month-old baby. I was chasing my 2-year-old as he was running up and down the halls of Geyser, and I was completely lost. I was directed to the VRC, and I walked in, and for the first time since coming back from active duty, I felt like I was somewhere home. Kelly at the time, and Mike and Carrie, and all of the work-study students immediately jumped in and started helping me. Classes started that Monday. It was Wednesday. They took over my kids and started playing with them and held my baby so he could sleep so I could get my paperwork done. They got me books from the lending library. They put the hold on my tuition so I could register for classes since my GI Bill hadn't yet been processed. For 2 years, I was a faithful Clark student. I watched the VRC move to a larger location to better accommodate the massive number of students that call it a safe haven. I watched Dave step in and take charge. I hang out with peers who understand something that not many college students do, what it's like to do things that the military does. I have fixed multi-million-dollar equipment designed to track ballistic missiles. I've jumped off of a warship to go swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. And suffice it to say, there's not a lot of college students who can understand those kinds of experiences. More specifically, here in the Pacific Northwest, finding those who don't immediately judge me for my military experience, because let's be frank, we live in a liberal part of the country, and I love that. That's my background as well, but I realized that a lot of my classmates wanted to make a first judgment about my military experience without actually wanting to talk to me. And at the VRC, I have this safe haven where I can go in and have that support from Dave, from Mike, from Carrie, every work study that I hang out with, the friends that I have made. Because of the support I've gotten there, I'm a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society. My husband and I have started a successful in-home business, and we've received the support from the VRC when we entered and won the entrepreneur contest here at Clark College. We're still getting the support as we get ready to sponsor the Waterfront Blues Festival because we're staffing the tent with everybody that works at the VRC. My husband is also a Navy veteran, and tonight he got to showcase a painting of his in the Archer Gallery downstairs. He never would have been able to follow his dream without the support that we've received here. I'm now at Washington State University. I am getting ready to enter the School of Business to complete a bachelor's degree in accounting, but I still come back here, to this school, to the VRC. I still do my homework here. I still hang out with my friends here. Dave is still helping me by trying to get me an internship in accounting, and Mike recommended me for a part-time bookkeeping job. Without the support that I've had over these last 2 years, I would have quit. I would have been that new kid hiding at school in the bathroom, eating their lunch. And at the age of 34, I just couldn't do it again. Without their support, I wouldn't have been able to afford the books associated with getting a degree. Without their support, my business wouldn't be successful. And without their support, I would have had months where I would have had to choose between mortgage and groceries. The VRC is an integral part of this college because it's the safe place for us veterans to just kind of go and be. Thank you for your time.
I think there are some comments or questions.
Sorry, I'm super nervous.
You're doing awesome.
You are very awesome, and if you can fix multi-million-dollar equipment, we are nobody, okay? I think you're great, and thank you so much for your good work. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being such a great student at Clark and obviously at WSU. I have a good idea for the board, the Veteran Resources Board. It seems like, how many of the board members I see here, are you part of the board?
No.
Okay. I don't see any women on your board. Do you know that women serve too? I've got a good idea for a candidate for your board. Anyway, I'm just...
You were asking for a nomination. We'd be happy to have you join us.
I'm just ribbing you guys, but thank you very much. Good board material.
I will add that we love this place so much that we actually make a daily commute in from the Dalles to continue our education here.
Wow.
So we're fairly dedicated students.
Thank you.
Let me just say that I know you wash down the decks and then you mop water.
No, sweet.
Yeah, oh, sweet.
Sweet.
That's
Mopping would make too much sense.
That's true. Bob just whispered to me that he said, we painted rocks white because some of these generals sitting over here gave us the order to do that. We do agree.
No.
Okay, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Those rocks were supposed to be red.
Go back and paint them, all right?
So my picture was up there. Me and some of my battle buddies were enjoying some training, and we got, the typical meal of the MRAs. So I was holding peanut butter, which if you were able to get an MRA with peanut butter, you hit the lottery, because peanut butter can solve anything. So, hello, my name is Jaime Ackley. And for my military audience, I served as a 68 Delta. For the rest of you, a surgical scrub tech in the US Army. I continued my job as a surgical scrub tech until June 23rd, 2018. When I suffered my first seizure and was diagnosed with psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. Due to that, I was no longer allowed to perform the job I loved. That change of events led me to join the Penguin Nation. I knew that I was eligible for vocational rehabilitation through my disability rating. So in July, after my husband's son and I packed up our house in 5 days and moved from Grants Pass, Oregon to Vancouver to be closer to the VA for my health care, I knew I needed to get enrolled in school as soon as possible. We arrived, the first week we arrived, I found the Veteran Resource Center from the Clark website. I walked in with my DD-214 in hand, my joint transcript, my previous college transcripts, and a plan to study business administration to go into either corporate event planning or hospital administration. I met with Mike Gibson, one of the certifying officials, and when I left, I knew everything I needed to do to finalize my registration and to start class that fall. I also left with an application for work study. I started working with the certifying officials the first week of the quarter, and I quickly became very active in the VRC. I was asked to join the Student Veterans Club, and before the first quarter ended, I had helped plan 2 different club events. Not only has the VRC allowed me a great place to work while going to school, it has allowed me to gain a community. This community has let me merge my love of planning events and activities while helping veterans and other students here at Clark realize that they have more in common with each other than they thought. This community has become a vital part of my life here. Due to dealing with seizures almost on a daily basis, I feel like I would not be able to continue my classes if it was not for my family here at the VRC. As soon as I walk in the door, there's a few of my VRC family members that know if it is going to be a good seizure day for me or if it's a bad day. I have the comfort of knowing that they are keeping an eye on me. I also have a safe space to allow my body to have a seizure and not worry about what people are thinking. I don't have to worry if people are going to freak out and call 911, which would make my anxiety go up even more. I just have a safe place to allow my body to do its thing, and I know my VRC family is there keeping an eye on me. I would like to thank the Board of Trustees for this evening and allowing myself to share a little bit about myself and why the VRC has become a very vital part of my life. Thank you.
Okay, I gotta say it. So, 2 women. 2 women. Is this gonna? You all, come on. It is true. Thank you so much. This is amazing work, and good luck. You are strong. You can do this, and I'm so glad we have the VRC.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
It's very inspirational. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just also want to say that I am also a student that really utilizes the disability office a lot. So they have been a godsend to me in helping facilitate some assistance with getting through classes. So I work with them hand in hand. So it is great that we're right next to each other so I can visit them whenever I need to.
Thank you.
You're very brave and very strong. Your presentation last meeting I thought was really spot on. This one was even more impressive.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. You're going to do great.
Thank you.
Okay.